Hello, welcome by the third video, explanation, the way of thinking. Who we are as a human being. Who we are. We have thoughts, and some thoughts come into reality, and sometimes we don't. We have 50,000 thoughts a day as a human being. And some of the thoughts is becoming your life, your reality. So what we do as a human, we have thoughts, and we want to have those thoughts put into physical form, because every thought is energy. And as long as it's energy, it is not in physical form. But if you look around you, everything you see here is caused by a thought. Somebody, someone has think about to make this into physical form for us to experience, to see it, to feel it. So we have thoughts, and those thoughts go into physical form. But how this is working? How does it work? How does thoughts coming into physical form? Who does it? Or better, by whom it? I don't know. But there must be something. I always thought there must be something that putting thoughts into the physical form for us to experience, to be in the reality. So I was figuring this out, and I was thinking there must be something that makes energy into physical form. And I thought there must be something, and that something must be the producer. And the producer, I call it the consciousness. The consciousness is the producer of your energy thinking world put into the material physical world of your human being, what we call reality. So there is a producer. This is your human being. This is your producer. The producer is the consciousness and you as a human. So how does it work? Very easy. Everything you think and everything you say is a potential for you to receive as in physical form. Unfortunately, also your anxiety, your fears, your doubts will be produced as being potential for you to receive in your physical world. So you read in my book, there is thought, and thought is energy, and the producer is the consciousness, and the consciousness makes it into your physical world for you to experience. So in my book, we describe how you should communicate with the consciousness so you can get your reality from tomorrow. Everything you have already experienced, it's gone in the past. The process has already been thinking, communication with the consciousness, consciousness produces, and that is your reality now. Your current manifestation, if that is your desired situation, then it's no problem. But if you want something else, my book will guide you to your desired situation, to come to your desired situation. This communication with the consciousness is the basis of your reality from tomorrow. It's like a copy machine. Look like it if it is a copy machine. You have a copy machine, you put the paper on the scanner, the scanner scans it, and when the scanner is scanning it, it puts it into memory. When you push the start button, you get exactly what you want to have scanned, and you get it on a copy machine, a copy paper, and you have two examples of it, or two pieces of paper with the same kind of things. Now, look at the copy machine and look as you are here as a human, and you communicate with consciousness, and consciousness is scanning all the words and all the things you think, all the thoughts you have, and it copies. So it puts it in memory. Your communication now makes the start button, and your communication with the consciousness will produce your reality. And what is then the start button? You have to communicate the experience of that thing that you want to receive in your desired situation. First you have your desired situation, you have communicated, then it's into energy in memory in the consciousness. The consciousness will produce it as soon as you're going to realize that you experience the things that you communicate with consciousness. And then you're going to have your reality. So everything when you look around is all done by a thought. Everything you see in physical form is done by a thought. So thinking, producing it into physical form, it's reality. And your human is continuing with the consciousness to produce, and consciousness will produce. So everything what you don't like in your life is a past situation, so you don't communicate, otherwise you reproduce everything what you don't like. And you never go further in your life, and you're never getting into your desired situation. But if you are now communicating with the consciousness, and you want to have your desired situation, you deny yourself from receiving it. How do you do that? If you have something, oh, I want this and I want that, then there is a little voice in your mind, and it says, yeah, but there's nothing for me, that's not for me, I cannot get that, that's for other people. Then you deny yourself to receive your desired situation. I call this I told you so syndrome, because your emotions with I cannot get it, it's not for me, it's a higher emotion, and this higher emotion will take care that you don't receive it, so you can say, you see, I knew it, I told you so syndrome. I knew that it wasn't for me, and this is how you learn everything in your life that not receiving is some part of your life. In my book will guide you with the right communication with the consciousness. You will live in your desired situation. Are you going on a holiday? Say, for example, you go on a holiday. You go on a holiday with Christmas. So you book a flight and you go to a certain country. Say you go to Spain or whatever, makes no difference. You make a booking. You go to the internet, you book the house, you book the flight, you book everything. And then, but the end, it's not Christmas yet, but you know already that you have communicated energy into physical, into the consciousness, and consciousness has it on its memory, and you know that you're going with Christmas on a holiday. But Christmas is not there yet. It is not there yet. You only have it in thought, but you know that you go because you made a booking. You made a booking, you have booked the thing, you bought the flight ticket, you reserved the house, you know that you go, but Christmas is not there yet. So actually, you always do it. You always do the material thinking of my book. You put it into practice, but you don't know. You don't know, and we take away your ignorance of the don't know. So Christmas is not there, but you're telling everybody that you go. And this is the method where everything is. You should always put the things that you want, your desired situation, communicating with the conscious, and you know that you will receive it. But when you go into Christmas on a holiday, you talk to everybody about it. You talk about everything. You know already what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how long you're going to go. But why don't you do that with other wishes? So other wishes, you should treat the same thing. Other wishes are just like a booking and holiday. In my book, you also learn there is no judgment, because everybody is communicating with consciousness. Consciousness produces what they want to receive. So it's their own way, it's their own way of thinking. So there's always a communication, there's always something, you always can be in your desired situation. There is no situation, current manifestation, that cannot take you to your desired situation. But some people say to me, yes, but Berend, you say that the producer is the consciousness, and how about God? Oh, that's easy. If you want to have a religion, there's no problem. You say, I want to be, no, call it a Catholic, call it a Christian, call it a Buddhist, call it whatever you want. Then you say, I want to be part of a religion. And conscious tells you, what kind of a religion? No, I want to be a Muslim. At that moment, you get all the information of Muslim, Catholic, you get all the information to be a Muslim, because you tell consciousness to produce this, it produces. Are people knowing about this? Why not everybody knows about this? Well, there is a group that knows about this. And those are the wealthiest people in the world. The 1% of the world is having 99% of the capital. They rule the world. They make this. They know this. They know. They tell everybody, money is mine. And then they go to you and they say, do you know whose money all money in the world is? And then you say, yes, it's yours, because you think you don't have it. So there is a producer, And we call the producer consciousness, the consciousness. What is consciousness then? The consciousness exists of all thoughts that people have lived and still living. So in consciousness there is everything. If all thoughts from all people that lived and live now is forming the consciousness, everything is there. So you can take everything for you to receive from consciousness.